Okay, this is Main Street, not necessarily the beginning of Main Street, but if you're just coming off of Booth Memorial Hospital, you'll see that I'll drive north on Main Street towards Northern Boulevard. If you know Queens, New York, this is Flushing, New York, or Flushing, Queens, New York. Lots of Asian mix in this neighborhood. And again, this is May 8th. And there's nobody on the street in this area. So on a normal day, this would be packed with people just waiting for buses. Lots of residential buildings here, one on top of the other. You can see them in the backgrounds. All apartment buildings. Again, this is ground zero for COVID-19 in Queens. Lots of stores still shuttered. And you'll see some restaurants open up further down the road here. But for the most part, our Asian neighbors are staying in. It looks like they have some insight on this thing. Maybe they got some news from back home or wherever. But they're not on the streets. They're not protesting. You know, looks to me like they're trying to stay safe, like most people. NYPD here, making a U-turn. Again, this is going towards Flushing Main Street epicenter, where you have the 7 train coming from Manhattan. This is the last stop on the 7 train, the subway system. For those of you that have been to New York, the 7 train, and then you pick up a lot of buses here. So on a normal day, to get home, you would take a bus to work, drop off at here on the subway station, go to the city, and come back home. And so this area is normally congested. You can't go this fast on a normal day. So there are cars out, but don't kid yourself. This area is pretty much empty, even though these folks out here, there's one without a mask. Most people have a mask, maybe not gloves on. There are, it depends on how you look at them, but you can take a look here. It is 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And I'll drive right through the heart of Main Street here. And that's the Long Island Railroad passing on top there. You can see that. That's going to Penn Station, that train, which is in the heart of Manhattan. So from the heart of Manhattan, you come to the heart of Queens. And again, most people, looks like most stores are closed. There's a few open stores here, like supermarkets. You can see that on the left here. I'm doing about 15 miles per hour, so I'm not gunning it just so you can see this video. But on the right here is the New York Library, one of the big ones in New York City, for Flushing. And you can see some people on a line there, not necessarily respecting 6 feet rules of social distancing, but they're all appear to have masks on. Yeah, masks and phones and gloves. So if you're on a line, just look down on your phone. I guess you're minding your own business. In the heart of Queens, New York, is Flushing right here, where we have a hub, transportation hub. You have a subway coming in here, you have a railroad coming in here, you got all these buses. Lots of people commute in and out of this spot right here, and for the most part this is a pretty slow day on a Saturday. Again, 7 days a week this place would be crawling, packed with people. We're headed north towards Northern Boulevard. This is right here. This is Roosevelt Avenue and Main Street. can see people with scarves on, jackets. It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Chilly today. Most people are wearing masks, gloves. And the population mix here, in terms of, you know, the Asian population, 60% are Chinese origin, Chinese American, whatever, you know. And then the rest are Korean, and then everything else. You know, same with the Hispanic population. You usually get a mix of South American countries, not from Spain. You don't get too many Spaniards here. You get a lot of Latinos. Again, because this is the workforce. These people are. This is your middle class or lower, you know, low income bracket. So you got a lot of people that are just commuting. So you get a lot of that transportation hub taking in a lot of these folks to Manhattan and other parts of the boroughs. And that's it. As you can see, it's pretty dead. It's Saturday. 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and this would be bustling right now. So the fact that there's no cars in front of me coming either way, I'm hitting Northern Boulevard here, gives you sort of an idea of what's happening here in Queens, New York.